Hello guys, and welcome back to another video in Minecraft where I have to suffer of having a low FPS every time I record. But anyway, you could call this my 20 subscriber special or whatever you want to call it. This is one of my worlds that I play in creative, as you can see. I have a bunch of mods, 27, and it's called Trains, but it's more than trains. You can see there's a helicopter over there because I have plans. But this world is called Trains because originally this was just trains. So this is Blockville, and this is where I originally started building. The golden spike was somewhere around here. Hello. And I may mark it at some point. I may not, but I don't know. But anyway, this is just going to be a tour of this world for a 20 subscriber special. And I'm sorry about the FPS, like I said, but it gets especially bad near Elena Yard down at Patino, which, yes, that is named after the town in Breath of the Wild, because I thought it was interesting at the time. But I guess we should get started. So, yeah, this is Blockville. Original spawn point was like over there somewhere, and this was the original town. It's definitely grew since then. I actually built this building, that building, possibly. Oh yeah, I built all of those buildings, and also installed the water tower and the fuel tower over there. And that is the weather building because the weather mod is in this game. So, anyway, that track goes out to Acaciaville, Aboda Village, and Daya Village. Daya Village is another town in Breath of the Wild. And Aboda Village is the spawn point town in Spirit Tracks, which is my favorite Zelda game, believe it or not. But anyway, Oakland is there, Patino is there. You can't really see it, but that's Laramie, and this is Blockville. So, I guess I should just start at the farthest village, which is Daya. So I'm just gonna teleport there now. And where's the waypoint? There it is. And for some reason it resets the days every single time I teleport, and I don't know why. So currently this is the end of the main line. It ends over there. Come on, load please. Thank you. Yeah, it ends right there where I'm going to build a tunnel. I don't think I didn't build any of these buildings except for that one. But I did actually furnish the insides, the exteriors and interiors of these buildings. Like this one has a garden and then like a bed and a kitchen and stuff, because Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod is also in this. This house, is fully furnished. Hello. And that house is fully furnished. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, that's a bit of an experiment I did with signals from Railcraft. And, a boat is close enough. I can just fly there. The Ys were actually used to be really small. Like, I'll show you how small they actually were. Literally, this is how big the Ys were. And I placed that too far apart. In game, please stop lagging. No, stop. No, that way. Oh my. And done. This is literally the size of the Ys that used to be, and the reason why I upgraded them to this size was because the top speed I could take these switches was like 30 kilometers per hour, or I would derail. So I upgraded them to parallel switches and very large turns, and because the parallel switches don't have a speed limit where you can derail, pretty much you just have to worry about the large turns, which their speed limit is like 150. So you pretty much don't have to worry about derailments there. But Anyway, out this way, there's a bit of a big bridge here. And if this would please load, that would be nice. And also Carpenter's Blocks is installed, so that's why there are slope pieces there. Whoops. And come on. Yeah, here's the big bridge. Please load. Please, whatever. This is going to take forever. So it kind of goes through a forest and it loops back around. Well, actually, I could just show you on the mini-map. Kind of. Well, not really. I should probably get a new map installed, but I'm just going to teleport to Abona now, so teleport here, and another day is now on. And this village is very overpopulated. I once tried to move villagers via stock carts from between here to Acaciaville. It didn't really work, and that guy's a zombie. So yeah, I didn't construct any of these buildings except this one, which I think I built from scratch. The village has tornado. All the villages currently have tornado sirens except for Laramie and possibly Patino. I can't remember. Yeah, Patino doesn't have any. But there's no weather center here, but there are sirens, so that is pretty much a Boda village. Nothing really to say about that. And because Acaciaville is only like 200 blocks away, I'm just going to fly over here. Yeah, that's a bit of a large bridge. And then 2 bridges here. And very large turn here. And please load. This is Acaciaville, which currently has like no people. This place does have a weather center though. And this is a new water tower because there's like no water in here yet. And there's like no water in here either. And yeah, this building was definitely built from scratch. I remember that. And this is one of the first big tunnels I built. And fun fact, there was a derailment in here once. The train entered the tunnel and there was a broken piece of track right around here, and it actually derailed and exploded, which was something the old trains did before I updated, and actually took out like most of this like tunnel wall. So that was not very fun to clean up. And also, all of the Ys that were here were all the small Ys, and like the small version I showed you back at around Dea. And I recently upgraded them to this, like a month ago, so the derailments would stop. So I already showed you Blockville, so I'm just going to teleport straight to Oakland. And day just reset. Now, Oakland is actually one of the more modern towns, as I tried to make this station look modern but also fit in. It kind of worked. I made like a covered roof and everything with lanterns, and overall I think it's actually pretty nice. I'm still using Traincraft Villager. So out here, welcome to the city of Oakland. Probably should fix that, but anyway, I thought this was a nice little river, so I made a riverside. I call it Riverside Park. There's what's supposed to be a bench that you can sit on, and then a dock you go fishing or whatever off of it. And then there are a couple of bridges connecting both sides. This definitely needs to look more natural. That's a farm, a sheep farm to be specific. Excuse me. All of these are houses. The most basic of houses is this kind, where it's just one room. The upgraded version is this kind with a basement, which is down here. And also, by the way, if you didn't notice, but you probably did, I do have Minecraft Comes Alive because the villagers are obviously better. And then here's like the best out of the condos. You got like a little garden over here. This hasn't been furnished, but it has a main room, a basement, and an outside balcony. So that's cool. And also, this is supposed to be like a fishing pier. I don't know what I want to do with that yet. And also, that is a library, or at least my failed attempt at one. And so, yeah, that's pretty much Oakland. Oh, yeah, and there's a weather center. And there's only one siren in town currently. Excuse me. Excuse me again, sorry. And so, also, down here is probably the central junction of this area. And by the way, that's a crashed airplane. You'll see a lot of those around here. This is what I like to call over here the Blockville Y, where pretty much this is the Blockville subdivision, everything I showed you. And then this is what I call everything due north of here is the Patino subdivision. Because this is just a single stretch of track, which I am double tracking, I just haven't gotten this far yet. And that's why this is so, like, messy and something I would never do. But this is actually going to be extended out, and it's going to be these old bridges, which have been here literally since the beginning of this world, are going to get replaced by concrete bridges, and it's going to be a double bridge, so that's nice. And so, yeah, I'm just going to teleport straight to Patino. And this is Patino. As you can see, my FPS has just dropped significantly because we're near the train yard. Now, Patino is definitely one of the smaller villages, and that's not really my fault. This is just how it spawned. It definitely has a very big station for such a small town, which I'm going to, like, fix. Oh, 1 FPS, wow. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah, this is probably one of the, better stations. Thank you. Yeah, Patino Station and Railroad Museum. This is the main station where you can sit and wait for a train. Oh yeah. I need to fix that. 1 second. Alright, that's fixed. And now everything is fixed. And so, couch, chairs, table, pretty self-explanatory, but up here is the museum. It's got high star switch stand with a piece of track. This is a Railcraft steam locomotive. Composite men's wrench from Traincraft. Diesel canister from Traincraft, and stake from Traincraft. And a Railcraft signal. And that's pretty much it. And I hate this lag a lot. Okay, so this is also one of the newer water towers that I've constructed. So it doesn't really have a lot yet, but it has a good amount. And this is me attempting to make an abandoned track, but it really didn't work out, so I abandoned it. But anyway, this is Patino Yard. Oleno Yard. And this Y is here because this is actually going to be engine shops, because this is currently the only yard. This is basically a medium Y, I like to call it. It's not a standard Y or a large Y, and it's not one of the small ones because it uses the P-switch design, but it has large turns instead of very large turns. So the yard is actually not finished, and also that entire cliff face used to come out as a hill, like around to here. And I blew this area all up with TNT to basically make it big enough for a train yard. And this is Oleno Tunnel that goes through the Oleno mountain range, which is also a Savanna M biome, I believe. It's not done, but it is double tracked, and because it's so long, I made a signal system, which is down here, if I can fit through the hole. Please. Please. Come on. Thank you. And it's way more complex than it has to be because I could just use block signals. But because I'm stupid and don't know how to use them, this is what I made. So, yep, that's pretty much the signal mechanism under there. Train goes into the tunnel, and the signal turns red. Train leaves the tunnel, and it goes back green. And it does that on both sides, as I'll show you down here. Just fly through the tunnel, and you can see on the mini-map, it's a very long tunnel. Come on, where is the end? It's around 200 blocks long, so it's actually a pretty long tunnel. And yeah, this is the other side, so that will turn red even when a train's on the other side. Excuse me. I made this go back to single track, but I'm probably gonna double track it. And I was experimenting with bridge designs, and so I was modeling this after a bridge that used to be near my home, but was then, the line was abandoned by CSX, so it no longer exists. But these pillars are still in the water in the river, so that's what inspired me to make this bridge. And that was me experimenting with long slopes. And this is Laramie. I'm actually planning on doing an elevated station, so it will be very interesting. And this town is also a bit overpopulated as well. I put some... Oh yeah, the old station actually used to be here, but I really didn't like its design because it didn't fit in. So I blew it up. And this is me experimenting with some deserty designs. And the station that was actually here used to be a library, but then I converted it into a station, and then I blew it up. So, kind of sad death, but not really. But that's pretty much it. This video is probably going to be a bit short, but that's pretty much the world. So, yeah. I'll update you guys when I get some more progress done, like when the tunnel is finished and stuff, but, yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. See ya.